Relationships of all kinds, especially like close, intimate ones, like, romantic relationships, friendships, um, parent and child, sibling, they have a very high potential for like exponential growth, right? Now, just like, I don't know if you guys have seen that movie called Evan Almighty. Morgan Freeman's character, right, who played God, he was sitting in a bar and he was just talking to the wife of the main character, and she's all upset and everything. And he's like, if somebody prays for patience, God doesn't give them patience or, whatever the actual virtue is, but the opportunity is given to cultivate, right? And practice and act in a way toward what you've prayed for so you can produce and help to create the patience or the peace or whatever. So it's like that in relationships. Apart from, if you're in like an abusive relationship, someone's, verbally abusing you, physically abusing you, sexually abusing you. I'm not talking about those. Those are obvious, right? Get out, get help, right? But, in typical relationships, we argue, we fight, we misunderstand each other, we point finger, we blame, right? So we have to understand that these types of interactions are jam packed with opportunities for you to see things clearly, to see it at a deeper level, other than just the surface of what it is, right? People can only be who they are, and they can only give you what they have to give from the level of understanding and whatever they have accepted as their belief system, right? So to expect anything beyond that and then get mad at them for not being able to, I don't know, do things the way you like them to do it or say things the way you want them to say it, you have to recognize, okay, why are you getting upset, right? What's going on with you that you need this person here to be this kind of way so that you can be all right inside, so that you can be more calm, more peaceful, more patient inside? Why does somebody outside of yourself have to perform or twist themselves into a pretzel, so to speak, in terms of how you want them to be, how you need them to be, how you think they should be, so that you can be happy, so that you can be at peace? So that's the question that we have to ask ourselves, right? What's going on with me? Why am I knee-jerk reacting in these angry, impatient, whatever kind of ways that is not lovely? and and the thing is, you ask yourself these questions because you want to change, right? You're not doing it for anybody else. Nobody's judging you. Nobody's making you feel bad about anything or guilty. These are questions that come up inside of you when you are ready to actually make the changes that are necessary to cultivate lasting happiness that nobody else can touch and nobody else has control over. So it doesn't matter how anybody else acts or whatever they say, that it doesn't touch your happiness, right? And that's what we all are aiming for, right? Joy, peace, and happiness within, where nothing out here can touch it. We are in charge of it. And it cannot come from another person. And if they behave right, or say the right things, or do the right things, right? It has to come from our own slowing ourselves down to notice ourselves, notice what we're thinking, notice what we're feeling, notice why, and notice if we're pointing the finger at somebody and saying, well, you caused this, you're making me feel like this. No, why am I feeling like this? They're just being them. They're just giving you what they've got. Somebody cannot give you more than what they've got to give. They cannot realize something they have not realized yet. And that is between them and the God within. You can't make somebody change, and you can't make somebody realize something at the speed in which you want them to realize it. So let's begin by taking a look at what is going on with me. Why am I responding this way? Why am I feeling this way when this person says this, or when they do that, or when they don't say what I expect them to say, or don't do what I want them to do? Why am I angry? Why am I depressed? Why am I sad? Why am I whatever that I don't want to be, or it doesn't feel good for me to be? Ask those questions within and realize that relationships are fundamentally there to bring up all of these things to the surface for you to notice, so that you can begin now to bring those emotions and those feelings about self to God within and ask for help to, decipher them, to heal them, and to do some spring cleaning within the psyche, within the emotional body. All right. I hope that helps somebody, because it sure helped me. And it wasn't a la di da di da skipping down the lane journey to realizing that. It was a lot of tears, a lot of resistance, some more tears, and some more resistance, until you get so tired of feeling bad all the time emotionally that you begin now to see what other options there are, instead of just trying to make somebody or expect somebody to do things this way. Then you'll feel good. Then no. So if you don't want to go down a long road of a lot of pain, you need to begin doing this process now within yourself, and maybe you'll save your relationship, and or maybe that relationship won't be for you. You'll come to some realization and peacefully move on, and not with this, I hate you, like that, move on. But begin the work now if you haven't already. If you're just waking up to that kind of work, continue, because the road is paved with rewards that no money can buy. So, happy introspection, happy hunting in terms of self. Love y'all.